Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Sun in Virgo from 16th of September to 16th of October. And this is a very spiritual sun because throughout this time, the Adhika masa, the extra lunar month, is on, and we are examining our soul and what does the soul want vis-a-vis what our world or material life wants. So this is a very key transit of the sun where we are focusing really on spiritual things and not creating more karma, more issues for ourselves by doing worldly things. So let us examine, and most importantly, I did a video about Adhika Masa, and now in this video, I'm also going to talk about how you are going to deal with it, because the sun in Virgo is the time when this extra lunar month is taking place. So I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking Sun in Virgo. And do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. The planets have been so busy. I'm trying to cope with putting everything out in time. It's so please, I must apologize if some things are right at the edge of the posting. But at the same time, when they calm down a bit, I'll post some tutorial videos as well. So don't forget to press the bell notification and subscribe. And thank you again for doing so. So let us examine Sun in Virgo. So from 16th of September to 16th of October. This is the time when the Adhika Masa extra lunar month is there. Usually, Sun in Virgo is the time for the month of Ashwini. Why is that? Because the full moon is in Ashwini Nakshatra. But because the month has got two new moons. There'll be a new moon right at the start of Sun in Virgo and then towards the end. So this month is regarded as a spiritual month, and Sun is the major planet of spirituality in our chart. So when we are looking, Sun represents the soul and what our soul's desires are. And Virgo is the sign of analysis. So we want to ponder on what our soul's desires are. We want to meditate on it, to think what is it that we want. We want something inside us that is driving us. But then over the time, what happens is that our worldly things take over. And as the worldly things take over, we become so used to that, we forget that we have something else also that we have to keep in balance. So this whole month of Sun in Virgo is a time for you to think about your soul, your natural atma, your natural soul. And of course, soul's desire is a misnomer, because soul doesn't have desires, but the desires are all the worldly things that we have gone covered up. So take some time out, if there's not a lot of time, but take some time out to meditate, to think about what is it that you really want and what are the things you have piled on to yourself that maybe some of them are past their sell-by date. You no longer need them. You no longer want them. And some of you in the questions have asked about the Adhika Masa, that can we do something? You see, if it's already planned, then it's okay. It's not that life stops during Adhika Masa, but if you're planning something specific for starting something new, and you had already decided before you got to know that Adhika Masa exists, then you can still do that. But at the same time, you can think of more spiritual things that you can add on. And the main thing is that you contemplate on what the soul is desiring, where you want to go. And in keeping in that mind, the Sankrantis are very important. There's a Sankranti, which is when the sun ingresses into the sign. And there's the Leo Virgo Sankranti. So this is just pre the Adhika masa. So you're thinking about, coming into the sacred space within yourself. You don't have to visit any temple or anything. It's a sacred space within you that you think that I'm coming into here. And Virgo is very analytical sign. So you are coming, embracing that analysis of what you want to do, but not over analyzing as well, but thinking about it and meditating. So start with the Sankranti on 16th, and then the next Sankranti is when this is over. So on 16th, it is the start of Navaratri as well. So it's a very auspicious time in 16th of October, very auspicious time, and we are bringing the light into ourselves. So basically, what you think about now this month of Sun in Virgo is that you're bringing the light, the divine into you and exposing him a little bit more because he has got cluttered by all the other things that you are doing in your life. So keep it simple, do simple things, and that will be the best. So how does it affect you? And so Sun is in Virgo. And so for Aries ascendant or Aries moon sign, you see that either one, you can look at both actually. It's the sixth house, and sixth house is house of karma yoga, doing something unselfish for other people with no expectation of reward. So you can think about how to burn off your old karma, how to burn off these desires by doing something for other people. You can do some social work, you can help some people, elderly, needy, poor. It's not by money, it is by action. So you can think in your own community, in your own family, somebody you can help, or you can go out and do some selfless service at this time. So for Taurus, Sun is in the fifth house. So the focus is on children, on creativity, on higher mind. So I would also say Taurus is very practical usually, but this time is to think about the more inner light that you have, and mantras will be good to do, some recitation of mantra, something more spiritual, and that would be the best thing. Gemini, Sun is in your fourth house of home, but fourth house is also the house of moksha, self-realization. It is the inner light, Hiranyagarbha, the universal soul. So the Sun is connecting you to the universal soul, and it is also giving you the inner light to understand yourself and know yourself better. What are your desires in the worldly sense? What are the more deeper desires, that why you were born this lifetime? Cancer, Sun is in your third house. So third house is the house of action and enterprise, and it's also ambition. So this is not the time to exercise your ambition, but you could think, what is my ambition for my soul? What can I do? Again, karma yoga would be good to do some selfless work, something that you are helping other people, and so that they improve their lives. And at the same time, what is your mission? What is your ambition for your soul? How to deal with it? Leo, Sun is in your second house. Now, normally I would say think about money, finances, but second house is also the house that is connected to the mantra Om, and it is also to your vision. And this would be a good time to think not about financial matters, not about money matters, but what is your vision in life? What is it that truly you wanted from yourself? And that will be a great area to think about, and not just what you see, but what you see beyond, and to spend some time meditating on it. Virgo, of course, the sun is coming to your sign, and it is also the ruler of the 12th house, but it is how yourself can be an instrument for change. And Virgo actually loves analyzing, and part of this transit, right at the beginning of it till 22nd, Mercury is also in Virgo. So this is a really good time to contemplate on what is it that you want from life, not just the material, practical things, but what is it that you really want and how to go about doing it, and what are the things that you are able to let go to bring balance and harmony. Libra sun is in the 12th house of moksha, of self-realization. 12th house is also house of charity. It is also a house of giving. So this may be a great transit to think about what charities you want to support, where you can give, and actually, make a donation. I was also thinking for myself that in the Adhika masa, I want to make some donation, not political donation or donation for some personal agenda, but give for poor people, feeding the poor, something for making life better for others. Health donation, anything that you want to just give will be a great idea for Libra. Scorpio, sun is in your 11th house. Again, 11th house is house of profit. And normally I would be think about money, finances, but I would say that this month is important for you to think about your sangha. Sangha is the people around you, your group, a good company. So it would be a good idea to keep with some good spiritual company that can enlighten your mind, attend some lectures, things that people are talking, more higher knowledge that is highlighting your own spiritual self. And also you can think about how to make good use of your finances, in the sense that is there somebody you can help, you can look after, make a donation. That would be good aspect. And Sagittarius sun is in the 10th house. Now, Sagittarius is doubly blessed. Jupiter's in the Lagna and sun is in the 12th house. And this Adhika masa, you are thinking about your future, about what is it that you want materially from your life, and what is it you want spiritually from your life, and how are you going to marry those two things so that each one is given more importance. Actually, the soul is more important, but one has to think that we are living in this life, so our world just now is important as well. So we are not taking it casually. Capricorn, sun is in your 9th house of the guru, 9th house of higher learning, higher mind, dharma. So what is the contemplation for Adhika Masa? What is your dharma? What is your duty? What are your responsibilities? Again, Saturn is in your ascendant, and after 29th, 30th, it will also be direct, 29th, 30th September. So think about that what is Saturn telling you? But more so that, what can you educate yourself? What is your knowledge, how best it can be put to use to help other people. But at the same time, think about your dharma, think about your responsibility. Aquarius. So sun is in your 8th house by transit. 8th house is the house of personal weaknesses and transformation and change. So we are not highlighting personal weaknesses, but one of the things you can think about is, what are the things that are holding me back? What are the things that are holding my soul's purpose? And what can I purify? What could I do? Maybe a fast would be good for you. It is good to fast on 1 day a week, usually at this time. And you could fast on Saturday for this month, or you could have a simple life. and a purification. And it is also giving back to the world and how you can look after the world, nature, and make some donation towards that, about health and healing as well. Pisces, Sun is in your seventh house. So it is about relationships, partnerships, marriage. It's not about getting married at this time, but about thinking how you can connect with the people on earth and what is the karma that you have with them, and maybe how to improve the relationships. It's not just a marriage relationship, but other relationships as well, how you deal with the other. But at the same time, the soul has to have a certain personal agenda. So, are there issues totally dominating your life, and how can you bring the balance between what you want yourself and what other people want? Sun is your sixth house ruler. So, karma yoga would be important for you, doing some selfless act, and that will help you at all. So that is all today. Do remember to subscribe. And again, thank you so much.